Hello and welcome back to my Let's Challenge of Final Fantasy XIII. In the last episode, we defeated mark number 4, being the Verdale and Adroa up on the Ascendant Scarp, and now we're back here at the Sumatran Basin, heading over to face off against Edemu, who is our next target, as it were. You can see we've swapped back to our team of Vanille, Snow, and Saz, and indeed most of these next ones will be battles using this team. I still really like this team. I still think this team works very, very well. Okay, fine. That was annoying, but anyway. Bravery, Frost, Snow, go. Take some damage, a lot of damage. I decided to add a Hero's Charge onto this set. Just as a third one to actually have some form of not just the another paradigm to have a synergist in, because obviously Saz's buffs are so useful, and yeah, it just allows us to be a little more offensive than say something like a little more offensive than something like Solidarity. Anyway, so that is that. So now, obviously we'd already done that battle before. We'll now start heading down here, and this is where we start. We're going to start meeting some rather more threatening enemies along this path, if I remember correctly. Along with Triffids, I think we meet some behemoths, and no one likes behemoths. In terms of the amount of damage they can do to us. Okay. Weaknesses, fire and air. See that dodge! Okay. Bravery and fire, for snow, and then smart bomb. Or maybe relentless assault. Of course you go for me! And inflict every single one of the 3 you can on me. So, we continue to wreck these guys. Lovely. Spin attack. This guy still doesn't have deep protect, so we should definitely try and get that on. That's not doing a bit more damage. And we even get the poison on right at the end, just to rub it in. He is so dead. There we go. Sweet. So, we take out those Triffids, and now we'll be able to make our way further down here into, I guess this is the basin, the Sumatran Basin of Name. I think we'll have some more Layaks around here, maybe? Yeah, there they are. Some more Layak and Rang there. I'm just going to go quickly to my data log. They are spooks. Layak are weak to ice and water, whereas Rangda are also weak to ice and water. The big issue with this setup is that you are obviously putting a decent amount of faith in the idea that your character, your AIs will actually know the right spells, the right enemies to be aiming for, in particular being the main problem, I would say. They are resistant to magic, so deprotect is, so bravery and in water is even better here. So we want to go for the Layak first, which is good. The Wrangler can obviously be a problem, but I'd rather get rid of some Layak. And it summons another Wrangler, that's okay. They are, as you can see, air type. Well, yeah. But you can see that Snow's doing a stupid amount of damage just with. Just with Blitz, which is lovely. Lovely, there we go. So, no problem with those guys. We can grab ourselves another item. Watchman's Amulet. And now I'll head the other way, and I'm pretty sure, there you go, you can see our first behemoth in the way there. I'm pretty sure to an extent you can actually avoid the vast majority of these enemies, if we wanted to. Not that I think we really do. You can see Edamu is located over that way. This would actually be a decent test of our team, a decent test of our defensive and offensive capabilities. Behemoth, what are you going to do to us? We obviously definitely want to deal with, in this case you definitely want to deal with the Triffids first. Unfortunately, it looks like, just as I say that, my characters are not doing that. Okay, smart. There we go. Triffid B. This is what we want to see. Now I can go to Hero's Charge and start keeping the boosts whilst. Jesus. Do not attack me. Oh, that's so lucky. Oh, I love close quarters blitzes. You've got to love the close quarters blitz. The few times where Saz gets to really just sort of go up to people and just be like, this is why I'm awesome. Okay, as yes, now he's getting brutally punished. There we go, we're going to see some health. We really need to get some debuffs on this Triffid. So the Behemoth King could be a real problem for us. We do really need to. It is a very common area in the, a very common enemy, I should say, in this section of the game as a whole. Pearl is going to just destroy you. So let's go to. You should have Raise. You do have Raise. Awesome. That is why Raise is there. That is why Raise is there. So we definitely want to go premeditation. We also want to go Libra. So what is important about you? Weak, immune to poison. So the reason we're using fire is because Saz only has access to fire, electric and water. So sorry, fire, electric and air, and obviously electric and air are both absorbed or immune. So that's good. If we can get Imperil on, then suddenly those become weaknesses, which is really nice. We do need to watch out for Snow being a little low health. So we'll go to Hero's Charge. I'll go Frost on Snow. And Haste on me. I'm going to need Haste and Bravery on Snow. I'm just refreshing these because we definitely need them. Hurl comes in. So Hurl does virtually way too much damage, as we would expect at this point, to be fair. That stagger, the only thing that's stopping this guy from really destroying us is the stagger. Oh yeah, so Vanille's got all of the debuffs on that she can, which is rather annoying. It depends what sort of transformation is this. If it resets its stagger gauge, which sometimes it does, okay, that's interesting. I could go premeditation here, which is really nice. Or Vanille can just stamp every single debuff on straight away, and we can have a really nice shot at this. We're doing so much damage. Okay, so it can cost Thundara, which is rather interesting. See that stagger ramp up. So at the moment what we're seeing is okay, but I'm pretty sure this guy's going to, like, all behemoths have much more dangerous abilities once they're on their hind legs, and we really don't want to see them. Which is why I'm continually going back and forth to a paradigm with a Sentinel in, because we really don't want to see something like, I can't remember what, there's one where they sort of throw their, whatever they're holding down on the ground. Like Ravage or something. Sunder, there you go. That's the one. And that can be, obviously, a very, very dangerous attack to be facing. Thankfully we survive, which allows us to move on. We obviously have a Svarog battle as well to do. We all want to be doing every single battle in this area. So it looks like a Svarog Triffid battle. How many Triffids do we see? Two Triffids. Okay. Vanille, if you could have had a perfect start, that was it. To get an immediate deprotect on that Triffid. It's beautiful. I have a holy water, but that only cures. So if you've got a fog, I can't remember the item that clears fog. I know pain. Obviously, a painkiller cures pain. As in, couldn't be told by the name. I'm just trying to remember what cures fog. It might be, I know Mystic Holy Water I think cures curse. But yeah, I don't remember what cures fog. Oh, that was unfortunate. Wrong timing. Very bad timing. Oh, wrong one. Wrong enemy. So close to staggering this thing, it's really annoying. Lovely, okay. So I mean, obviously, the thing about these sort of battles is that we can defeat all of the individual parts rather simply. And indeed, we have proven that we can do that. It's now just a matter of being able to sort of put all of that together, as it were. We see that you are weak to ice. So we want bravery and frost. Saz. Should have gone Faith in Frost really, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So our hastes are running out, which is rather annoying as well. So we're going to actually have to set everything back up with a nice return to premeditation. Ooh, fog being on Vanille is not good actually. It's like it can't do much to Okay, so let's continue onwards with this. We can take 2 more of those pretty easily. And we're close to stagger. Again, it's annoying. It's like all the previous battles hasn't even laid touch to putting that fog on Vanille, but these last few times it's like always nailed it. Okay, so Edemu. Edemu is located down there. You can actually see her just down there. So this is our next next metal. We do want to start in premeditation, and we will start with some Libraing as well. Hello. So this one isn't too bad, if I remember correctly. Has this annoying habit of casting Miasma, which essentially we will cast Libra twice because it is a unique encounter, in that we never see this enemy again. Looks like Faith is going to be very important here, seeing as it is resistant to physical attacks. And also that debuffs are going to be more important than buffs. Although it looks like Vanille may well have got... Yeah, she's got them all on, so... Vanille's just too good at the moment. She's just getting these on too fast. We almost need Mystic Tower. Ouch. We'll just put Vigilance on everyone, I think. Are you weak to anything yet? No. So even with Imperil, you're now just normal. So that implies that you naturally resist. Which is rather annoying. But you should be able to see that if we get this enough... If we get enough... once you get it to stagger, it should go down very, very... she should go down very, very fast. And stagger should be not too far away, really. Miasma hurts a lot, though. Oh, man. Okay, well, I go on and on about how easy this one is, and then I die. That's my fault. Obviously. Well, it's not going to be anyone else's. We will retry, of course. We will adapt these. That is not doing what I want it to. That will be better. We do want to start in premeditation. We just want to get Faith off on Vanille, stuff like that. This is not a hard battle. We'll be okay this time. It's annoying though. So for etymology, Edemu were a type of spirit in Sumerian mythology. They are the ghosts of those who were not buried properly and were vengeful upon the living. As miasma has done a nice, solid chunk of annoyance on us, unfortunately, we will go faith, heal, and on snow. What sads, I mean. It's almost more useful now that Vanille didn't get those ones on, because it's gonna hurt. Jeez. Okay, I am not playing this nearly careful enough. Not nearly careful enough. We might want to go diversity, to be fair, after a while. So we got really lucky that time, given that it didn't actually manage to kill us. Okay, so there we go, we get staggered just before miasma. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So now we should be able to nuke her, pretty much. There we go, lovely. Edamu goes down. Ooh, 140. We can get 5-star rating, which is really, really nice. There is a trophy if you get every single mark a 5-star, but seeing as we can't do every single, there's literally no way that you can actually do every single mark before. Could you? Well, you might be able to. You might just be able to take on a Adamantoise with level 9s. Everything at level 9 with all the stat boosts associated with that. Maybe, I don't know. Would never try. Well, I mean level 9 Cristeria, because you don't get the final level of the Cristerium until you complete the game, essentially. So yeah. Are we going to get this? Are we going to get it? No, we're not, because the Triffids are here. The Triffids are here. The Triffids are here. So yeah. But no, yeah, so what, essentially, because you pretty much cannot, to all intents, let's say, for all intensive purposes, you cannot complete the game, you cannot complete every single one before the end of the game. What that means is that you obviously spend, we obviously will never be able to get that trophy until we complete the final mission, and essentially defeating the final boss of the game is always going to be my condition for feeling like I've completed it. Not necessarily the hardest challenge in the game, mind you, and we will indeed continue onwards, try and get to the final challenge in this game, which is Vercingetorix. See if we can get to that challenge as fast as possible. Although before that we were going to have to also defeat an Adamantoise, which is no mean feat. But yeah, no, we'll see how things go. Can't really say at the moment how things will go, given that we're dying rather easily in this chapter so far. And I believe, obviously, as I mentioned at the start of this sequence of recordings, we unfortunately do not have... Did he just die? No. No. Go to that. Jesus. He survived with 10. He survived on 10. And Vanille only managed to cure him to 400 odd for some reason. Jesus Christ. I think we got very, very lucky there. But no, yeah, so, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Edamu is the last rank 5 mission, and you get a trophy before completing all of the lowest rank missions, so all of those at rank 5, rank D, I should say. Then there's also another trophy for completing all the C's, and then for completing all the B's and completing all the A's. Those are pretty much, we won't be able to complete all of them. The B's require access to Titan's Trials, and I don't think we'll be able to get access to that in this run, because Titan's Trials is a long way away. See, this is where Mystic Tower would be really helpful. So obviously what we want to do is we want to continue to do as little damage essentially as possible. Because we want to get him to the point where he gets staggered. I mean, what I could technically do is I could just cast Thunder. I'm pretty sure this does still raise the stagger, but all it's doing is helping him out. Or at least it would. Normally he would absorb it, but because we've got Imperil on, he's now immune. So anyway, we're going to get a sequence of attacks in here we're definitely not going to be able to kill. Snow is going to die actually. We're going to go to that, as he's sort of the least useful sequence of events happened just there. In that he got all of his health back, Snow died, and I'd love him to land challenge, because otherwise we're not doing anything to stagger. So you are still normal to that. I'm going to give Fire to Neil and to me. Frost to Snow, along with Bravery and Vigilance. Yeah, so cool. So we're going to get Stagger, hopefully, relatively. I mean, we could just attack, to be fair, actually, at this point. There's Sunder. Yeah, Sunder. Okay, so Sunder Okos from that range. That's good to know. And it Okos Snow from that range as well, which is even more of a problem. I know we got to win this, Snow, but let's see how you yelling that is actually going to help us. Yeah, we're not increasing it by enough. At least it's pretty ponderous, to be fair, for, you know, a behemoth. Uh-oh. Please! I was just like, oh. What? Holy cow. That is really, really irksome. I was not expecting that at all. So Thundarga KOs as well. That is a problem. Okay. Wow. I am not actually sure what we're going to do here, because that means that we've essentially been getting lucky a lot of the time. I don't like when I'm relying on luck, oddly enough. Don't think anyone would in this sort of situation. What's that? That's Poison Gar. Let's grab that as well. Okay, do I still have the right equipment on, is the question. I do. Tungsten, Brawlers, Gold. We do want to remove the platinum on you. And then equip the gold on you. That might do a little to... We're not going to do the same battle again, because obviously if we can avoid these guys, which we should be able to, hopefully. No, we can't. That's fine. I ran myself into a hole there. But, as I said earlier, I do want to try and complete every single battle in the game at least once. And this certainly counts as a battle in the game. A lot of the battles on like the Archilta step we're not going to do for a while, but we'll see about that. Bravery, fire, snow. So part of me just wants to use Dispelga. So you notice that one of the new things that we've been getting is something called Dispelga. What Dispelga is essentially it removes all buffs and debuffs immediately. Which obviously in this position would be great, because it would mean that rather than waiting for Vanille to cast Kasuna, which could take forever, I'm playing risky here because I reckon a slap from that rather annoying but there's no point in me Dispelgering until they're all dead, because otherwise they'll just continue to do what they're doing. Come on, we need to heal him. Items, potions. And it's like as soon as you lose all of those debuffs, then suddenly it's going to come along and give them all back to you. You know what? Well, I was gonna summon that if the ability had been available to me, but unfortunately it wasn't. Because the summon would be really useful, because I could... Oh god. He attacks me, it could hurt. No, it will hurt, it might kill. Jesus. It just does so much damage, it's ridiculous. It's like here, I would like if I was Vanille, obviously as the medic, I would prioritize obviously getting rid of Deprotect, but because I'm not the medic, that's not going to happen. So we're just going to take some time to regroup. Wait for these debuffs to run out. I don't even think Saz actually has Dispelga at the moment, which also would mean that we couldn't use it. So there we go. Faith, Vigilance, Heal. Faith, Vigilance, Saz. Vigilance is not, like, the ability to interrupt actions is, like, really good. For obvious reasons. Oh man, really? Okay, so he can take a hurl from full health. We just need to ensure that he's at full health. And Smart Bomb is no longer useful to us. Full tactical here, so I'm going to be using this combo, which obviously does nothing to the damage. it's because Snow's calm, so he's just actually doing a load of damage. Okay, so what do we do here? What do? We've got to try and get that stagger as high as possible. Okay, so he's now transforming. Wonderful, wonderful. We're not even prepared for this. Jesus. This is why we need Mystic Tower. This is, yeah. I think this mission is just showing me why I need both Mystic Tower and like, I don't need Solidarity and Protection. I need one of Solidarity and Protection, probably Solidarity. And we're just running out of haste as well. I mean, now Solidarity is really useful, but... as soon as I... Oh, God. Yep, nope, we just died to that. You just died to Sunder. It was like, as soon as I saw it, I want to go back to the to the Sentinel, but we were actually in the line, so we were going to get hit by it anyway. Ah, man, okay, so what's that? 2 deaths in a row to that battle? 3 deaths overall today. Yeah, problems. I don't want to use a whatchamacallit, Deceptisol. Yet. We might need to, eventually, because we're getting trounced by these enemies, but I don't want to use it yet. So this is obviously further down the route. There is an item at the end of this path that we will be taking. Why did I put... I was just thinking to myself, why didn't I put Mystic Tower on the Paradigm set? But there we go. Well, I'll tell you what this episode has been. It has been a reality check, because I was thinking this is going really, really, this is obviously going really, really well. I am playing really nicely. I have got through most of the difficult, a hell of a load of the difficult battles with next to no, negative consequences. What on earth's going to happen next, And what this episode is showing me is that if you go into Chapter 11 unprepared, you die. You die very quickly. Just the effect of that constant poison on you as well is not helping, obviously. But after that first battle with Behemoth King, I was just thinking, you know what, yeah, we've got virtually all of these battles in this area, we can definitely do. And whilst I don't think any of the battles in the next area, namely Padra, are particularly difficult, I don't think like there's anything there to be ultimately exceptionally worried about. Maybe Gratuitous could be a problem. But I don't see anything being, exceptionally tough. But maybe that sort of really slowed me down. We want that. You don't want this. We still want premeditation. No. This time... Yeah, we want premeditation. Jesus. So these guys are not going to hold their punches at all. So this is going to be the final battle of this episode, and then hopefully at the start of the next episode we're going to have revenge on that behemoth and all of its troubles that it's giving us. We can definitely do it because obviously we have beaten a behemoth in this episode, so I've no doubting that we'll be able to do it. It's just the speed at which we'll be able to do it, unfortunately.
Changing gear.
Snow's just been hit with fog, that's okay, as long as it's snow, we're okay. That hurt Neil a lot. She is hopefully going to heal herself. Oh man, I put Enfrost on myself when literally that helps nothing because I don't have a comm. I don't have Salve as a comm roll in this setup. I'm an idiot. Okay, cool. So yeah, you are still weak to ice, so we're going to go Faith and Frost for Neil. It's also resistant to that, so we want to start casting Haste Faith for Saz. And also for Snow. Obviously you want to recast the haste just so we don't have to do it later. So we get poison on, obviously we want both poison and imperil, and then we'll be pretty much... This might take 2 staggers worth, but like, that's nothing different. That's feeding Stoop, that does a lot. But we're doing loads of damage. He's doing loads of damage back. Never, shouldn't underestimate him. Come up there. Ouch. The problem is that she's going to heal herself first. Should get the KO here. Yes, okay. See?